on the stand-up stage tonight, the man, the myth, the legend, the wonder that is Greg Fleet.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. It's wonderful to be here on Sideshow. It's always been one of my favourite shows. I watch it every Wednesday. And look, I've just come back from overseas. That's right, I've travelled, my friends. I was in the UK doing the Edinburgh Comedy Festival, and I always have this experience in the UK where at some point in London, it always happens in London, someone will come up to me and say, that was very funny, but I've got to say, I don't think it's right what you Australians did to the Aboriginals. I always say, wasn't that fucking you? Yep. I did the little baseball thing at the end as well. They'd left by then, but it's for my own entertainment. Yeah, and I was in Edinburgh, and I've been there before. Paul's been there. It's a beautiful city. I don't know if any of you have ever been there. If you have, don't tell me. I'm not really interested. No, it's a great place. And the first time I went there was in 1875. It was some time ago. And I'd been in Edinburgh for an hour, and I was walking across this area called the Meadows. This is a true story, right? And there's this sort of big grassed area where people play football on the weekends and stuff. And I'm walking through this path through the Meadows in Edinburgh, looking at this, beautiful castle hanging over the city. And I swear to God, a woman rides past on a bicycle and just goes like that, sneezes. And she's here again tonight. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Sneezing woman comes to the street. No, I'm walking across the Meadows. A woman rides past me in Edinburgh on a bicycle and goes, "Psychopath!" And it freaked me out, right? I don't like being yelled at the best of times, but this freaked me out. 30 seconds later, a guy on a bicycle does the same thing. "Psychopath!" And this happened to me for 3 days, right? This is absolutely true. Every time I'd walk through the Meadows, somebody would call me a psychopath. I changed everything about myself. I changed the way I walked. I changed what I wore. I stopped killing people. Made no difference, right? And on the third day, someone said to me, no, they're yelling cycle path. Yeah, seriously, stop clapping. People at home are going to know that wasn't worth that much applause. I don't like being yelled at, and it's a very Aussie thing to yell at people. I should like it, because it is very Aussie. It's very Aussie to yell at people out of a car, isn't it? It's very Aussie to just drive past someone and just go, "Get fucked," and drive off. Because that's really Aussie, because it's like having a fight and fucking off at the same time. But, and I've got to admit, I do it. I mean, I'm 44, and I don't even have a car. But, I get taxis and do it. But I don't yell that, though. I yell other stuff. I tell you what, try this. This actually works. This is great. I drive past people and just go, "Hey, Uncle Barry!" I swear to God, people will go, "Ha." I'm a woman. Even if they're a man. I actually have a young child. She's not really mine. I stole her, but she's quite a good one. Had to go all the way to Portugal. I'm not giving her back. But she's really cool. And kids say weird things. I love the weird things that people say. I love the bizarre things that people say. I've had some incredibly weird things said to me in my life. I had a drunk guy walk past me once and yelled this out at my head. He walked past me and went, "I am the fucking Novotel. Rub that on your gums." What? So, I have had weird things said to me. But I was sitting with my daughter once when she was 2.5. We're watching TV, and I had lost the remote control. When I say I'd lost the remote control, I mean I couldn't see it. So life was over as we knew it, And I actually said to her, "Hey, have you seen the remote control?" And she did this. She got up from where she was sitting on the couch, got up, walked around, stood in front of me and went, "Put the butter on the butter." What the fuck is that about? That is not normal, right? There is no question in the universe that is the correct answer for. But she's now 5, right? And when I came back from overseas, I was meant to be looking after her one day, and I was a bit tired. And another word for that is what's the word? Lazy. And it was a beautiful day, middle of the day, and I said, "What do you want to do?" And she said, "Let's go to the park." And I went, "Yes, or we could go upstairs and get in bed and I could read you a story." And she went, "No, we'll go to the park." And I said, "Oh, come on. It'll be great. We'll go upstairs, we'll snuggle in bed, I'll read you a story, it'll be really cool." And she went, "Hey, I'll tell you a story. We're going to the park, the end." Thanks a lot. You guys have been great. Thanks.
Greg Fleet, he's at the Comedy Store in Sydney next week. Greg Fleet, the marvel, the man.